On Christmas, my sister gave me a paternity test, so you remember you're not part of this family. While Dad laughed hysterically, Mom added, finally proving what we always knew. Brother sneered. Time to face reality, outsider. I've always been the odd one out in my family. Dark hair in a house full of blondes, tall and quiet where they were loud and proud, artistic, emotional, and different. Words my parents treated like insults. Growing up, the jokes never stopped. Are you sure he's ours? Maybe the mailman paid a visit, huh? Even my sister Rachel turned it into her signature insult. Every argument ended with, you're probably not even my real brother Ethan. I learned to laugh it off, or at least pretend to. But this Christmas, they went too far. We were at my parents' house, the same stiff living room where every holiday felt like an audition for their approval. I was just trying to survive the day when Rachel stood up, that fake pageant smile plastered across her face. Before we continue, she said, I have a special gift for Ethan. Everyone turned to me. Something in her voice made my stomach sink. She handed me a neatly wrapped box. I opened it slowly, and inside was a paternity test kit. The room erupted. My dad let out this booming laugh, slapping his knee like it was the best joke he'd ever heard. Finally proving what we always knew, Mom said, smirking. My brother Eric leaned back in his chair, arms crossed. Time to face reality, outsider. Rachel beamed. Just so you remember, you're not really part of this family. Nobody else said a word. The aunts, uncles, cousins, just awkward, suffocating silence. I stared at that test kit for a long time, something inside me snapping. Not with rage, just this cold, perfect clarity. You want me to take this? I asked quietly. Dad was still laughing. Might as well settle it once and for all. I nodded slowly. Okay, but first, I have a gift for you, Dad. I reached into my bag and pulled out a small black box. The laughter stopped instantly. Dad's smile faltered, but he reached for it, still trying to look confident. He opened it, and his hand started trembling. Mom leaned over. What is it? He didn't answer, so I did. Those are DNA results. I already took a test 3 months ago. Everyone froze. I looked directly at Dad. Turns out, I'm 100% your biological son. Then I turned to Rachel. But you're not. The room exploded. Rachel lunged forward, snatching the paper from Mom's hands. This is fake. You're lying. I smiled sadly. Professional lab. Certified results. I used your toothbrush from your last visit. The numbers are clear. Mom's face went pale. How did you even— The same way you thought it was okay to humiliate me. I cut her off. I just got there first. Dad sat frozen, the color drained from his face. 29 years of certainty collapsing in an instant. Eric whispered, there has to be a mistake. Want me to call the lab right now? I asked, pulling out my phone. They're expecting a verification call. Silence filled the room like smoke. Rachel started sobbing, ugly and raw, not out of guilt, but because her golden child fantasy had just shattered. Mom reached for me. Ethan, please, let's talk about this privately. I stepped back. No, you made it public when you wrapped my humiliation and called it a Christmas gift. I looked at the test kit still sitting in my lap. I don't need this. I already know who I am. The question is, do you? I stood up, grabbed my coat, and walked out as their world imploded behind me. Accusations, denials, decades of lies unraveling. My phone buzzed nonstop before I even reached the car. I didn't answer. They'd spent 29 years making me feel like I didn't belong. Turns out I was the only one who ever really did.